Imagine the sun rising over the olive groves of ancient Greece. The air is filled with the scent of fresh herbs and the sound of vendors selling their goods in the marketplace. This is a world where food is not just for survival, but a vital part of life, tradition, and even faith. The people of ancient Greece knew that their meals connected them not just to their land, but to the gods themselves. Our story begins with two humble grains, barley and wheat. Barley was the sturdy, reliable crop that thrived in the rocky soil of Greece. Every morning, families would grind the barley into flour to bake a coarse, hearty bread known as Maza. Simple yet essential. Wheat, on the other hand, was more delicate, reserved for the finest breads and pastries, like the honey-soaked plaus. Did you know? Ancient Greeks believed bread making was a gift from Demeter, the goddess of harvest and agriculture. But the true treasure of ancient Greece grew on the silvery branches of the olive tree. Olives weren't just food, they were life. Pressed into golden olive oil, this liquid gold was used in everything from cooking to lighting lamps, even in religious rituals. Olive oil was so valuable that it was often awarded to Olympic champions in clay jars, an honor as coveted as gold. The Greeks also had a sweet tooth for fruit. Figs were a beloved snack, eaten fresh or dried. Grapes, bursting with juice, weren't just for snacking. They gave birth to wine, a sacred drink used to toast victories, celebrate life, and honor the gods, especially Dionysus, the god of wine. And then there were pomegranates, symbols of fertility and prosperity. Their bright, jewel-like seeds were not only a treat, but also offered in ceremonies and religious rites, connecting everyday life to the divine. For those living near the coast, the sea was a wellspring of nourishment. Fresh fish, like sardines and anchovies, were staples. On special days, fish were grilled over open flames or preserved in salt for trade. The Greeks understood that the sea's bounty was both a gift and a livelihood. Fish was so cherished that early Greek coins featured images of fish to honor their importance to the economy. High in the rugged mountains, goats and sheep roamed, providing the Greeks with another beloved food, cheese. One of their favorite varieties was feta, crumbly, salty, and packed with flavor. The Greeks would crumble it over salads or bake it into savory pies. Feta is one of the world's oldest cheeses, and its name comes from the Greek word for slice, referring to the way it's cut. No Greek kitchen was complete without herbs. Oregano, thyme, and dill were not just for flavor, but also for health. Oregano was sprinkled over roasted lamb, thyme added to stews, and dill stirred into yogurt sauces. These herbs weren't only delicious, they helped preserve food before refrigeration existed. Ancient Greeks believed that thyme could give you courage, and warriors often bathed in thyme-scented water before battle. Nowhere was food more central than at festivals. Picture the festival of Dionysia. People gathered under the stars, eating roasted lamb and fresh bread. Wine flowed freely as people celebrated life, nature, and the gods. Feasts were acts of devotion, a chance to give thanks to the gods and celebrate victories, both personal and communal. Through their food, the ancient Greeks told stories of survival, celebration, and spirituality. Their meals weren't just fuel for the body, but nourishment for the soul. From the fields to the seas, from their homes to the temples, food was the thread that wove together every aspect of Greek life. And so the flavors of ancient Greece continue to inspire us today, reminding us that every meal carries a story of history, of culture, and of the people who came before us. Join us next time on Feasts of the Past as we continue our journey through time, discovering the flavors and traditions that shaped the ancient world. Efkaristo sta archaia.